If there was one exercise that I didn't wish I performed in a wrong way, that would be dumbbell shrugs. My traps are one of the weakest body parts that I have, and I think that the reason for that is the way I used to perform shrugs. Now what most people do is they perform the shrugging motion in a straight way, right? They just elevate their scapula. So what happens is, yes, your traps are being used, but there is a muscle called levator scapula. So that is the muscle that is being used there. So what I would recommend you guys do is have a slight hinge in your hips, or in other words I must say push your ass or push your butt back, and have a bend in your neck, as in flex your neck or look slightly downwards, okay, and then perform the shrugging motion, okay. So what happens is your traps get engaged in much more better way, and you can hit your traps in a proper way. And also I'm just using 80-pound dumbbells here. The reason for that is your muscles will not just grow if you lift heavy weights. Muscles also require tension. So what I would recommend you guys do is choose a weight with which you can do decent reps and keep tension on your muscles, and as time progresses then you can lift heavier and heavier. 80 pounds is very less, but it is good enough to put tension on my traps. So after that I moved on to some one arm dumbbell rows. The reason I'm doing one arm dumbbell rows and not bent over dumbbell rows is because I've been playing football recently, and there is some slight muscle pain in my lower back. So that is why I tend to not use this exercise as in the dumbbell rows. So I'm using one arm dumbbell rows with support, okay. So I'm placing my left leg and my left hand and performing rows with right hand. So a very good exercise to build good upper back. Now back is one of my stronger body parts, but the complete back development will only come if you have good lats, if you have good traps. So traps is a weak point, so I decided to train my traps 3 times a week, and you can find out when the program is out that I'm adding traps 3 times a week. So that is the reason why I did traps first. So in 2 of the workouts I'll be doing shrugs at the beginning, and in 1 of the workouts I'll be doing shrugs at the end. In this workout I did it at the beginning. So very simple for the dumbbell rows as well. I recommend you guys use straps when the weights go heavier. Here I'm using 105 pounds or 105 pound dumbbells, which comes around 45 kgs I guess. So what strap does is that it removes stress out of your biceps, which is very necessary when it comes to rowing, okay. So that is one quick tip for you guys. And also don't forget to re-rack the dumbbells, because I find people in the gym racking it back who are not supposed to be doing that thing. So then I went on to some straight arm lat pullovers, and I used a bar instead of a rope. The reason what I find with the rope is that when I use rope I tend to use more of my triceps as well. So in the bar I'm not using my triceps, I'm just isolating my lats. If there is one lat isolation exercise, then I would name it as the lat pullovers, because you're not using any other muscle, you're just performing the function that is shoulder extension and completely isolating your lats. So I did 3 sets of that, and after that I moved on to one more exercise for my mid upper back, which is the unsupported cable rows. Here I'm sitting, or I am in a squatting position, and I'm maintaining that position and performing rows. You can see, if you you can't see, but I'm using almost the whole stack, and that won't be good enough for seated cable rows. So that is why, just to make the weight feel heavier, I'm using this exercise and not. You can see that there is almost only 3 plates left. I think I'm using 200 pounds. So that is the reason why I'm performing. The form is not perfect. I shouldn't be moving back and forth, but at least I am not using I'm not leaning forward, or I'm not using any kind of momentum. So keep your body stiff and just pull your elbows back. So again, a very good exercise for your rhomboids and all the upper back muscles, okay. So this is the end of the no, I have one more exercise left, which was lat pull downs. I don't know why, but I just love this machine lat pull downs. The company is Cybex. I feel very good, okay. Again, this is not an isolation exercise, because you are not only extending your shoulders but also flexing your elbows. In the sense, you're also using your biceps as well, but if you can minimize that by using a hook grip. I'm using a hook grip, as in I'm not using the thumb under the bar. I'm placing all the 5 fingers over the handle, okay. So again, squeeze at the bottom and get a good stretch, and again squeeze at the bottom. Try to hold the concentric of the motion, that is when you're flexing the muscles for a second or half a second and just stretch the muscle. So a very good exercise for your lats. After that I moved on to biceps. You guys might think that just because I have big arms I do a lot of work for my arms. It is not the case actually. Yes, I train my arms twice a week now, but the amount of volume that I do is not actually a lot, because as you could see I perform a lot of rowing movements, I perform a lot of pulling movements, or as in I must say horizontal and vertical pulls. So my biceps do get engaged. So the first exercise I did for biceps is the supinated dumbbell curls seated. Okay, I'm using 35-pound dumbbells here, and you can see that my form is very strict. The reason I do seated is to maintain a perfect form, even though I can't call it perfect, but it is good enough. So the rep ranges, people think that just because biceps is a small muscle, and even it goes with the calves as well, just because it's a small muscle you should do higher reps. Okay, that is not actually the case, guys. If your muscle is a muscle, okay, to grow a muscle you need to put tension on the muscle as well as progressively overload. So next week I'll try to do 40-pound dumbbells, so for the same reps, maybe 6-7 reps. So I would recommend you keep all the exercises at a rep range of around 6 to 12 and need not do more than that. Once in a while you can do more than that just to test your endurance or something, but other than that I would recommend you keep your reps around 6 to 12. The reason is you can build strength and muscle at the same time. Here I am performing cable preacher curls. Again, I started loving this exercise. I don't know why, but the Cybex cable station is very good, so I thought why not perform this exercise on a preacher. So very good exercise for your biceps. The reason is you are not able to use any kind of momentum. Everything is very stable and you're just flexing your elbows. Here you can see that. One more tip, guys, keep your legs behind. Okay, what I find is when people keep their legs forward they tend to use all kinds of push from their legs and fuck the exercise up. So I wouldn't recommend you guys use any kind of leg drive or anything for this exercise. So the last by the way, I performed only 2 sets for that, so I did only 7 sets for biceps here. So the next exercise and the last exercise of the workout was the high pulley cable curls, and you can see that I am placing the pulley. I am 6 feet 1 inches, so I placed the pulley at the topmost level and I'm just curling the weight. It is as simple as performing dumbbell curls, okay, with a cable, that's all. So again, very good exercise to get a complete stretch and flex in your biceps. And the point of this exercise is very simple for me. My front double biceps pose is kind of weak, so I like to do it and in such a way that I am flexing my biceps for the pose. So that is what you guys should do as well. For half a second just hold the pose and then stretch your biceps. So this was the end of the workout, guys. Hope you all liked it, and you can see that the pump is very good. I'm not finding any difficulties in following a vegetarian diet and also eating eggs as well. So feeling very good. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and follow my social media. I'm on Insta, Snapchat, and also my website for online coaching. Thanks a lot, guys. Peace.